Hey everybody, thanks for joining in. And today we're going to be going over my sports romance con TBR. I have mentioned it in a couple of other videos, depending on which order I'm posting them in. But there's a convention for sports romance books at the end of February in Minneapolis. And right now that's kind of where I'm living. Just for now, I'm moving in April, spoiler alert. But I was gonna be here and it came up, so I'm like, obviously I'm gonna go, right? So homework is to go through every single author that's coming to the convention, going through their entire backlist and reading every single synopsis that they've ever published, and then marking them for don't want to read, would like to read, need to read. Because why, like, I want to go to the convention with a handful of authors that I know I want autographs from. I know I want to buy their books. I know I want to like wait in that line instead of just guessing. So like a normal person, right? I went through hundreds of books and came up with a 15 book TBR as of mid-January. It was like January 15th when I finalized this TBR. So what I did is I owned 5 of them, I believe. I owned 5, and then most of the other ones, because I had like a top 22 is kind of the situation, and I cannot read 22 books in a month. So I had a final 22. I owned 5 of them, so I knew those had to go on the list. And then a lot of the other ones were on KU, and I don't have Kindle Unlimited, so I just signed up for it. And hopefully I will get all of these done in 30 days so that I can like cancel it and I don't have to pay for 2 months. But that's the hope, because the authors still get paid if you read their books in KU. And I can't afford to buy 15 books for $6 a piece in a month that I may or may not read. So that's the preamble, and we're just gonna go through my 15 now. And I'll start with the ones that, no, I didn't put them in the right order. So I'm just gonna start from the top left on my little graphic over here. Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I own this one on audio. I don't remember what's it about. She just published her 3rd book in this series, and I've loved all of her synopses, but they're huge. Like, it's a 12-hour audiobook, which isn't crazy, but the books are like that thick. So that's gonna be my audio book for the next month. Hopefully I can like get on my grind and start just playing it for 15 minutes on my drive every morning and just start there, because I read at like 1.7 speed anyway on audio, so I can hopefully get enough done, or really end up loving it and like binge it, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is Courtside by Taylor Weston. Let me zoom into this actually, because I can't see it very well. There we go. Courtside by Taylor E. Weston. This one is a coach and coach romance, I believe it is, for a high school basketball team, I think. Don't know much more about that, because like I said, I've looked at all of these synopses, but I don't have them memorized because I've looked at hundreds of them. But that one is what I got from KU. So then number 3, Taking Chances by Kat Obi. And Kat Obi's another big name. I think she might write shorter stuff. She definitely writes some shorter stuff, but I don't think that's her whole backlist. All hockey romance. So I downloaded this one. It sounded interesting, I guess. I don't remember. Number 4 is The Tides Between Us by Callie Mel. I'm so interested in this one because it sounds more of a mental kind of thing. And these are all romances, right? But like, it sounds like it has more depth to it than that. And I think it was the only one in the entire lineup that's a surfing as a sports romance, you know? And I'm down. I want to try it. I wanted to try baseball and volleyball and basketball, and I already read hockey romances. Like, I had some in mind. I wanted to read a figure skating one. So I had some ideas going into it, and this one, I really liked the synopsis, and it was surfing. So I'm going to try and read it. It's another KU. Then number 5 is Faking the Book Boyfriend by A.K. Landau. I think she's one of the ones helping run the convention. All the AK like initials. That's my theory, I guess. This is, I don't know what sport it is. The idea though is that this girl and her friends are like trying to craft the perfect boyfriend for their books. I don't know if they're writers or it's a book club kind of situation, but he's like, be in the presence of beautiful women and have them take pictures of me and chat me up and try and learn about my career and like see if I'd be a good boyfriend, like sign me up. So I thought it was cute, right? That's a cute pitch. I want to try it. So that's a KU. Number 6 is Shot to the Heart by Caitlin Snyder. And I don't remember this one other than it's like a single parent, single guardian kind of trope. Or no, it's the nanny. Yeah, single dad and nanny. It's a really cute cover, which I should be showing on the screen. But I was really excited to read it. And I think this is the author's only book out. I think their second one is going to come out later this year. I don't know if it's in the spring or not, but I was really excited to read this one, so it's on there. I'm pretty sure this is a KU. Number 7 is Desire or Defense by Leah Brenner. And I don't remember anything about it. It's a hockey romance. Pretty sure this is KU. Next up, number 8 is Quiver by Juliana Victoria. The author names are so tiny down here. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger so I don't have to keep peeking down. Okay, that's as big as I can get it. Juliana Victoria, Quiver. It is forbidden romance between the team's nurse and one of the players who has cerebral palsy. It's some sort of disorder like that. Or his brother's on her team, something like that. But I owned this one. I got it in a book promo, so it was like 99 cents probably. And it sounded interesting enough to download it. I don't remember what sport it is, but it's a team sport. And number 9 is the only one I have physically, I think. And it is The Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. This is another one that I got from the Barnes & Noble Black Friday sale, and I'm actually halfway through it. I read half of it the day after Christmas, or day after Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. I read half of it, and I haven't picked it up since, but I knew it was going to be on my Sports Romance Con TBR, but I'm pretty sure I'm like right at halfway through, or right under halfway through. But this one is a book club for dudes, and 2 of the books in this series are sports romances, including this one, which is the first. And it's a baseball player who he just found out that his wife has been faking orgasms since they've gotten married, and he's embarrassed by it. And so they're ending up going through a divorce, and he's trying to win her back. And the guys invite him to the book club for their bros that reads romances in order to help their relationships. Like, women read romances for a reason. They want relationships like there are in the books. So we're going to try to understand what attributes to these main character men that they want in us. And we're going to identify those needs in the relationship and satisfy those needs is kind of the setup. And I am really enjoying the friendship dynamics in that one so far. So that one should be read by the convention. Number 10 is Vampires Don't Play Hockey by A.L. Hurd. And spoiler alert, I just finished this one this week, and it's so funny because it's ridiculous. It's because I like paranormal romance, right? And so when I was like, there's a paranormal hockey romance, I'm writing a paranormal hockey romance, like, sign me up. And so it's this guy who is sick of playing competitively, so he moves to Canada to play for a beer league, and one of his teammates is a very not well at all concealed vampire, because everyone else in the entire town knows he's a vampire, just not the new guy. But the new guy is the one that he wants to date. So how does that go? Number 11 is Puck Me Already by Kat Obi. Again, we kind of already talked about, I have one from Kat Obi. This is the other one. This is the one I'm starting with. I'm halfway through it already. Number 12, Not That Kind of Icing by Stella Stevenson. Another hockey romance. beautiful cover. And she's been doing covers for other authors recently that I've heard. I haven't seen them pop up, but I love her art. It's so cute. But the pitch must have sounded fun too. So, because I put it on my list. I'm pretty sure I got this one from KU. Number 13 is Match Game by Brittany Arreguin. It's on my 25 and 2025 list because I was going to read it for the convention, because I already owned it, because I got it in a promo book blast for 99 cents, pretty sure. And it's like a hockey romance with two gamers. The last two are actually book 1 and book 2 in the same series by Lo Everett, and they're baseball books. They're long, I'm scared. But All on the Line and All or Nothing by Lo Everett. I owned the second one is the thing, but I want to read the first. The pitch for the first one is so funny because it's like two neighbors in an apartment building, and the guy is so annoyed by the loud sex his neighbor is having all the time. But really, she's not having loud sex. She's a sex phone operator person. And so they're falling for each other online, and they don't know their neighbors, kind of thing. And listen, I've never read a book like this, but I've read fan fiction that's that like sex worker on the phone kind of thing, and they're funny and I like them. So I'm hoping that this one has the same vibes. So that is number 14 and 15 of my list, which wraps up my list of 15 books I want to read before the sports romance convention at the end of February. And I don't know if I can finish 15 books in 30 days. I have finished 2 of them, and it's January 25th. So in 10 days, I have finished 2. And I'm halfway through a third. So, anyway, if you're curious to get an update on this in March so that we can see how far I got, how many I read, if I had to extend my Kindle Unlimited subscription for an extra month, all of those things, or if you just want to see how the convention went, I guess. I don't think I'll film because I don't know how to do vlogs like that, but if you want to know things, ask me questions that I can answer, and we can do a follow-up in March. Why not? So that said, thank you guys for coming to hang out. Hopefully you found it interesting. Hopefully you love some of the books, and you'll tell me which ones you loved so you can see which ones I should start with. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.